Day seven of the Gary Vaynerchuk push-up challenge. I don't feel like doing it. I got a late start today, so I'm just going to jump right into the push-ups, and then we'll talk. Okay, taking you off the hook here. I did those second set of exercises because of Athlean X. I'll show you the link here. I said it wrong yesterday. This right here. Let's see if I can get this. Well, of course I would fuck that up. Anyway, Athlean X, he's the one that showed me how to do that exercise, and it's on YouTube, and it says, please don't do 100 push-ups in a row, and then it shows to do blocks. And of course, I don't know how to edit, and so anyway, I had it hooked up. This is my life. But again, following Gary Vaynerchuk, and what else happened yesterday, I'm trying to apply these things here. And so I am trying to apply definitely gratitude. Yesterday my car wouldn't start, and initially I went right in mentally. I went in with, oh, why does this have to happen? This is all, and I just stopped. I did a, Tom Bilyeu, another influencer, says I did a pattern interrupt. What I did is I just stopped and said, wait a minute, this is the weekend. It didn't happen during the week. And this has been an ongoing problem, and I've done a lot of things to fix this problem, and it's been getting better, but then sometimes it doesn't get better. And so what do I really need to do? So what I did is, because my car wouldn't start and because I had to pull it out on the street and it wasn't starting out in the street and it had snowed, I called a buddy of mine, just asked him a few questions, so he talked me down off the roof, because I hadn't slept much that particular day. So anyway, he told me, get some sleep, don't worry about the snow plows, they probably won't plow. So I got up in the morning, not knowing if the snow plows were going to come or not. I shoveled my driveway, I shoveled that particular part of the road that my car was in all the way down to the end of the block, and then I also shoveled a few of my neighbors' yards. What that did for me was that got me exercising. I felt better about it. If the snowplow did come, I had a few options, and at 2 different times I got a chance to try to start the car, and of course it wouldn't start. No reason for it. So I walked in and looked at YouTube channels and thought this is an excellent opportunity to really get good at this and figure out this problem. Because I have been a mechanic in the 80s. I worked for a Dodge dealership and then also worked on Fords. And so I know my way around the basics of cars, even though I'm rusty at it. So I know a car has to have spark, air, timing, and fuel before it starts. But why doesn't it start when it's cold? I don't know. And so anyway, it started to warm up. I tried one more time and it started, and I pulled it up in the driveway. Now in the driveway, I can sit there and experiment with this. And I realized this is just my opportunity to get over an obstacle, which if I learn, and I have to really go back and learn to really well so I can actually start working at first principles. Working on first principles of learning this particular skill to work on my car and find out what the issue is. I don't know if it's a fuel issue. I don't know if it's a spark issue or what it is. I know there are certain years that have certain quirks, but my car is not in that year. And why does it not start when it's really, really cold? So that's what I have to do. I have to brush up and start looking and really get to know the basics and the scientists and the science of why, what it takes to start a car, but then why, when it's colder, are the conditions different? And is it causing a problem with a ground of the system? Or is it causing a problem with a certain portion of a sensor or a relay? That's what I have to work on. And so what that has forced me to do is, instead of immediately going to the loop of, oh, why is this happening, and starting to complain, even if it's in my own head. It doesn't matter if I'm not complaining to other people. It's going on in my head. What I can do is I can stop and become aware in the present moment. And then I can look at the situation honestly, not give any emotion to it, not be good or bad, and then suddenly start to realize that this is an opportunity. So I can express gratitude, which is the very, very first thing in this book. And then by self-awareness, by being aware, I can be self-aware. Realize that I might jump into that because I've been trained, I've been taught. And then I've reinforced it my whole life with, oh, if this is a problem, or if this is an issue, or the world hates me, or God hates me, or I'm not, all these different things that get into my head. So once I do that, then I can start to become aware and then self-aware, because just awareness is different than being self-aware. So once I become aware and self-aware, I can start practicing and get better at it. And then I can also be accountable, knowing that this is my opportunity to not just let this go. And if it starts, that's okay. And then be at the whim of when it won't start again. So I'm being accountable, realizing that I need to start working at finding an answer. And I've done that. I've already looked at YouTube and I'm on my way, but I'm certainly not there yet. And so optimism is another thing that's in this book. I'm practicing. Practice optimism while I'm learning this process. And then being patient with myself. And also genuinely curious. Curiosity is another thing. And to be empathetic and kind to myself, that I've gone this way and been this way for so long. And then have conviction to follow it. And to be humble, and then to keep the ambition, just to be ambitious, even when I don't feel like it. I didn't feel like being very ambitious this morning. I was pretty tired. And another thing that I have to be kind candor to myself. I have to sit there and think, you know, I do have, I fast, I do watch my diet, and I do have a slow carb diet, which I have, and I'm not really, I don't have, Tom Bilyeu says he has white lines, which he's very, very strict with himself. And I have been strict in the past, but then I find that doesn't work with me. So I think this slow carb works better. But with a slow carb diet, that Tim Ferriss, who writes the 4-Hour Work Week and the 4-Hour Shift, he's another influencer that I follow. He said that he has a cheat day, and he says that a good diet is better than a perfect diet because it at least keeps you on track. So I started giving myself a cheat day. However, on cheat day, I'm going pretty crazy on cheat day, and I didn't feel so good today because I really went overboard. And then I'm not so strict on the regular week like they are, like Tom Bilyeu is, and like Tim Ferriss advocates to be. So I think I need to reevaluate my cheat day because I don't feel so good today because of that, and I've kind of lost my motivation. So that's my journey today as far as this book goes. It's kind of a long video. Sorry, I'm going to make a second video, but this is just, again, my step through the process. And this is day 7, and I'm staying the course. Anyway, bye.